It may look like a tantrum, hitting, yelling, or just crying loud or yelling, but it might not be. It might be a meltdown. My name is Marcela Collier. I am your Parenting with Understanding coach, and today you're going to learn the difference between tantrums and meltdowns because they're not the same, different approach. If you like gentle parenting, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel because I'm all about gentle parenting, positive parenting, parenting with understanding. And hit the notification bell. Okay, let's start. I'm going to show you the face of a little kid and you're going to tell me if that's a tantrum or a meltdown.
I understand, it's so frustrating.
Please write in the comments, what do you think? Is it a tantrum or is it a meltdown? That's the tricky part about tantrums and meltdowns, that they may look the same hitting, kicking, throwing, or just yelling and crying a lot, but they are actually different. They come from different places. Difference number one, the goal. Tantrums are goal-oriented. Meltdowns are not goal-oriented. When it comes to tantrums, the child sees that he cannot access what he wants or he gets a no, and then it could escalate to a tantrum. With a meltdown, he doesn't necessarily have a specific goal because meltdowns are a crisis. They are a nervous system reaction to trauma triggers or to a lot of stress. I'm saying if the child is living a change in his life, maybe he's moving schools or maybe he's with a new parent, or big changes could trigger that. Or it could be sensory related. If your child is oversensitive to things that come to his senses like noise, if things touch his skin, those things could create a sensory meltdown because he could feel overloaded and that could lead him to not feel that safe and have a nervous system breakdown. It is like a panic attack in a child version. When it comes to a meltdown, the first thing that you have to do is to identify what that trigger is. What is that thing that is causing that uncomfort? And if possible, try to take your child out of that environment. With tantrums, your child feels safe. He just wants something and he's looking to get it at all costs.
Daddy!
A child during a meltdown, he is not aware of his own safety. So if he's being physically aggressive towards himself or towards others, he is not aware of what he's doing. At the other side, tantrums, they're more aware of things that they're doing. They might be hitting and throwing, and they might not have control because they're very escalated and they're little kids. But however, they still know how hard they can maybe bang their head in a way that is not going to hurt themselves. And that's the other difference, that with meltdowns, a child is not aware of his own behavior and it doesn't change. His behavior doesn't change upon your reaction. It just comes with time that he de-escalates. With tantrums, they are very in tune with you. Anything you say, anything you do is going to change the way that the tantrum presents, or is going to help them de-escalate or escalate even more. That's why it's very important for you to know how to handle a tantrum, because a tantrum could turn into a meltdown, could turn into a crisis if the parent doesn't have the skill to address it appropriately. And just for the record, tantrums should not last longer than 5 minutes. That's what studies say. If you feel that your child's tantrums are more than 5 minutes, it may be because they're escalating to a meltdown, or if the things that you're doing are not being effective and are escalating that tantrum. But don't worry, because on October 16th, you are going to go live with me on Zoom on a workshop where you are going to learn the 4 steps to stop your child's tantrums in less than 5 minutes, so you know what are those things that you're doing that are escalating and the things that you need to do to actually make sure that the tantrum de-escalates and doesn't go over 5 minutes. Registration is still open. The spots are very limited because I have a lot of people registering for this workshop, and you know that Zoom gives me a limit of people that I can have there. So I'm going to leave the link here in the description and go sign up, and I will see you on the 16th, October 16th, 2020 at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. or 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're not able to attend but you still want to access the workshop, you could register, because once I'm done with the workshop, I'm going to upload it to members area. In members area, you are going to find 4 things. You're going to find 3 extra bonus video classes just for registering for this workshop, plus the replay of the workshop. Once you register, you're going to get an email from me with your login information to members area. And the last thing is that meltdowns are way longer. They go way longer than 5 minutes. 20, 40 minutes. I've seen even longer meltdowns in children that have diagnosis or that have a trauma backgrounds. In this case, because the things that you do is not going to change that outcome, that meltdown, the best thing that you can do is to help your child with your loving presence, with calming words and your voice tone, and maybe if they like a back rub, you just have to know how they like to receive connection. If you want to know what the 4 steps are to stop tantrums in less than 5 minutes, that's going to be the topic of the workshop, but I gave you an overview of what they are in this video. I encourage you to go there so you can see what the workshop is going to be about, and here down below you can subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and keep parenting your children with understanding. I'll see you on the 16th.